You've been carrying it for too long, the regret, the heaviness, the quiet belief that maybe it's too late. But what if it's not, Tooks? What if your greatest chapter hasn't been written yet? What if everything you've walked through wasn't a detour, but preparation? What if today isn't just another day? What if today is the day you start again? No more waiting, no more wishing. This is your moment. This is your beginning, and it starts now. Today, you stop hiding. No more shrinking, no more silence, no more holding your breath while life passes you by. You weren't born to live quietly in the background. You were made to grow, to rise, to lead. There's someone out there who needs you to become everything you were meant to be. Someone who needs proof that change is possible. Let your story be that proof. Even if you've failed, even if you've fallen, even if you've waited too long, this is your time. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to begin. Because the future doesn't belong to the loudest. It belongs to the most consistent, the ones who choose to show up even when no one's watching. You are not your past. You are not your fears. You are not finished. You're becoming, and becoming takes time, but it starts now, right here with this breath. So here's what you do. Take one step. Write the vision. Break the silence. Let go of the version of yourself that never believed in your power. You are not here by accident. You're still breathing because there is more for you to do. And whatever you do, don't go back to sleep. You've been here before. The edge, the crossroads, that quiet place between staying the same and becoming something more. And deep down, you already know. Comfort can no longer hold you, not after everything you've survived, not after everything you've learned. You were not made to stay stuck. You were not created to shrink for the sake of fitting in. You are here to rise. Yes, you. Not someone stronger, not someone luckier, not someone with more time or talent. You. And maybe you forgot that for a while. Maybe life wore you down. Maybe the noise got too loud. But that voice inside you, the one that says there's more, it never left. It's been waiting, patiently, quietly, for you to remember who you are. So let me remind you, you are not broken. You are becoming. You are not behind. You are being prepared. You are not done. You are just beginning. You see, life doesn't reward the perfect, it rewards the persistent. Those who choose to keep going, even when the applause stops, even when the progress is slow, even when no one else believes. Because greatness doesn't shout, it whispers, and only those who are still enough, brave enough, disciplined enough will ever hear it. This is not about hype, this is about your habits. It's not about emotion, it's about decision. You don't need another motivational video. You need to become the motivation, the example, the shift, the living proof that it's possible to start again and thrive. So here's what you do. You take back the pen. You stop replaying the old chapters. You start writing the new one. And no, you won't feel ready. No one ever does. But readiness is a lie we tell ourselves to delay action. You don't need more time. You need to move. Even the smallest step, a new thought, a new habit, a new decision can change your entire story. Because the life you want, it isn't found someday, it's built today. You can rest, but don't retreat. You can pause, but don't park. You can slow down, but don't stop. You're not weak for feeling tired. You're wise for rising anyway. Every single time you choose action over excuse, courage over comfort, discipline over distraction, you grow. And growth doesn't shout either. It moves in silence, like roots deep in the soil. You won't always see the change at first, but trust me, it's happening. You were born with the capacity to rise, to heal, to lead, to inspire. And the world isn't waiting for you to be perfect, it's waiting for you to be real. Let's be honest, starting again is not easy. It requires you to leave behind what's familiar, to walk away from versions of yourself that felt safe, even if they kept you small. But the truth is, you're not meant to live a small life, not after everything you've endured, not with the potential that burns in you, quietly, constantly. The same fire that made you dream once, it's still there. It never went out. It just got buried under responsibilities, routines, and survival. But now, you dig it out. You don't need a perfect plan, you need a bold first step. And another one tomorrow, and another one the day after that. You don't need to leap, you just need to move. It's not about being fearless, it's about acting in spite of fear. That's where real courage is born. Every person you admire, every leader, every creator, every builder, they weren't fearless. They were focused. They didn't let doubt win, they didn't let failure define them, and neither will you. Because failure is not final, it's feedback. It's the universe asking, how bad do you want this? And your answer is not in your words, it's in your actions, your routine, your discipline, your willingness to keep showing up when it's hard, when it's quiet, when it's lonely. That's where the breakthrough happens. You want clarity? Take action. You want confidence? Keep your promises to yourself. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start building the life you keep saying you want. You don't need more time. You need to take ownership. You don't need more opinions. You need to trust your voice again. You don't need more comfort. You need more clarity on who you are and where you're going. And let me say this, you are not too old. You are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are right on time, because timing isn't about luck, it's about alignment. And today, you are aligned with action. You're not here by accident. This message, this moment, it's a mirror, and it's asking, who will you become now? Not in theory, not in dreams, in reality. Will you choose excuses, or will you choose growth? Will you go back to what's safe, or forward into what's possible? You already know the answer. You've always known. Now it's time to trust it. You are not alone. Every person who has rebuilt their life started from where you are now, a decision, a quiet commitment, a whispered, I'm not done. Let that be your beginning. You've heard this before. Your thoughts shape your life. But let's take it further. Your thoughts shape your habits. Your habits shape your identity. And your identity shapes everything. So here's the question. What kind of person are you becoming? By what you repeat every day. You are not just what you think about. You are what you allow, what you tolerate, what you nourish with your time, your attention, your energy. Every scroll, every conversation, every decision, even the quiet ones, are building you or breaking you. Wisdom says you cannot grow while clinging to what drains you. You can't reach new heights while holding on to what keeps you grounded in fear. You must choose the noise or the voice within, distraction or discipline, resentment or responsibility, because you can't have both comfort and change. You must pick. The old you survived, but the new you must be built intentionally, brick by brick, thought by thought, choice by choice. Don't underestimate the power of a single disciplined day. That's how foundations are laid. And if you lay one today, then another tomorrow, you will build momentum, and momentum changes everything. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to honor the next right step. That's it. Progress is not in grand gestures. It's in consistent decisions, done quietly, repeated faithfully, until they become part of who you are. The world will try to convince you otherwise. It will tell you to chase speed, results, approval. But wisdom says, chase peace, chase alignment, chase purpose, even when it's slow. Because slow growth is still growth, and quiet progress is still progress. And the person you become in the process is far more important than what you achieve at the end. If you want to change your life, change what you say to yourself when no one else is listening. Are your words planting fear or planting faith? Are they shrinking your soul or strengthening your spine? You were not born to think small thoughts. You were born to create, to shape, to rebuild as many times as it takes. There is no shame in beginning again, only wisdom. Because every new beginning means you had the courage to let go of something no longer meant for you. You are not a quitter, you are a recommitter, and that's a different kind of power. So here's what I want you to know. Right here in the middle of your transformation, you don't need to be further ahead. You just need to be present and fully, faithfully at where you are. Because the way you do the middle determines whether you ever reach the end. Don't curse the process. Don't rush the process. Just honor it. Because you are not falling behind. You are finally catching up to who you were meant to be. Now you know. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect timing. You just need one choice, followed by another. This was not just a video, it was a mirror. And what you saw was a glimpse of who you could become. Don't let that glimpse fade. Let it grow. If this message reached you, if it stirred something real inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to start again too. And if you're ready to go deeper, to hear timeless truth, not noise, but wisdom, subscribe to Echoes of Wisdom, because here we don't chase motivation, we build it, we live it, and we pass it on.